Hello, welcome. Awesome. Hi, I'm Reverend Kimberley Harrell, and I am excited to invite you to join me for Chakras and the Zodiac. This is one of the classes in our chakra series. We're doing a chakra series, one class each month on a different aspect of how your energy body affects you. So, our chakra system and the Zodiac tonight. How fun is that going to be? It's going to be awesome. So, as with all of our Chakra for Beginners class, we start out with just a little bit of a basic overview of what our chakra system is, because, as I said, it's a Chakras for Beginners series. And some of you are joining us and you've been saying, well, I'm not sure what this chakra is that everybody's talking about. So, chakra is a word that means spinning energy center. And we have seven. We actually have hundreds of chakras in our body, but we have what are recognized as the seven major chakras in our physical body. And then we have hundreds. If you've ever been to an acupuncturist or a chiropractor, and you've seen that poster of the human body, and they have all the meridian lines going down through, and it'll show you where all the little points are where an acupuncturist may or may not want to stick a needle in you. Those are energy points in our body or chakras. We have hundreds of them, even thousands maybe, in our physical body, and we have those seven major chakras. The seven major chakras are our root chakra. Our root chakra is located right down there in our perineum, in our pelvic region. That's our root chakra. Then we have a sacral chakra. That's the second chakra. The sacral chakra is located. So if you take your right hand and you put your thumb right over your navel and hold your hand across your kind of your belly, your intestinal tract, right there where your pinky is, that's your sacral chakra. So right there, that's your sacral chakra. And then our solar plexus is the next chakra up, the third chakra. So if you take that right hand again and put your pinky finger in your navel or at your navel, right where your thumb is, right in between your navel and the center of your chest, that's your solar plexus chakra. And then right there in the center of your chest, that's our heart chakra, right? Your heart center, right there in the center of your chest. And then we have our throat chakra. We don't have any trouble finding our throat, do we? So that's our throat chakra. And then right up here in our forehead between our eyes, that's our third eye chakra. If you've ever seen an old movie about that had a cyclops in it, right there, that's where the cyclops eye was. That's where if we had that eye, that's our third eye. Some people call it in your sinuses, right behind your eyes or in your forehead area. Then just up here, just above the top of our head, that's our crown chakra. So those are the seven major chakras in our physical body, energy centers. And if we imagine that there are a spinning vortex of energy coming out the front of each chakra, out the back, behind us of each chakra, to each side at the same time, and then above and below. That's our energy field, our energy. That's how the energy is moving in our physical body. So if we look at that, you can say, very logically imagine that no one chakra or energy center operates all by itself or not actually in cahoots with any other. They all kind of blend and are overlap because that energy is spinning and moving all the time. We're all energy. Everything on this earth is energy. It's all energy. Now, I like to try to keep up with the comments. So, hello, everyone. Hi, Joe. I've been looking forward to this too. So, how is Tallahassee? And So I like to keep up with it. So from time to time, you'll see me looking that way. That's what I'm trying to do, trying to keep up with the comments. So let me know where you're from. Let me know who you are, how you came to be here, if you love it, or if it's the first time you've come to one of the classes. And if it is your first time, let me say, and right here up front, you can email me at Reverend Kim, and Reverend is spelled out, Reverend Kim at firstunity.org, and or direct message me right here on Facebook and ask me to put you on the mailing list for the class. And then that way, if there have been any um, handouts, if we were having a real in-person class, I would have handouts for you and beautiful little posters at each table, at each space on the tables for you to see. And there's a beautiful graphic I have of the Zodiac with chakras. So if you want to give me go ahead and send me your email address. I'll get you on the email list so that you'll get all that, and then you'll get the notices when the other classes come up, because the next class is going to be in August. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the chakras in your physical body. So, uh, so yeah, so just let me know that. So I'm happy to see everybody. So happy to connect. And so we're overviewing the chakra system, our energy system. You know, energy medicine is a powerful thing. It truly is. And when we allow divine life force energy to flow through us without restriction, man, our body is working the way it's supposed to work, and we are happy and we are healthy, because that is the natural state of being that God intended for all of us to exist in. So when we can allow that, because sometimes it's hard, when we can allow that energy to flow. So when we take a breath in, that is the divine life force energy. And when we can breathe that clean, fresh air in, we breathe it into our lungs, and then we feel it radiate throughout our physical body. And then we can allow it to flow throughout our chakra system, up and down from our lungs. Then we are allowing the free flow of that divine life force energy. That's when we are happy and we are healthy. And you know, some wonderful scientists from Harvard University have done the work and proved that our energy bodies do affect our physical health. And Louise Hay, wonderful woman that she was, and the work that she did while she was here on earth, she wrote a beautiful book called You Can Heal Your Life, and you can heal your life. And she wrote a book about the things that we hold in, the negative emotions or the physical traumas, the negative energy that we hold in our energy field will eventually manifest as a physical disease in our body. So it is to our highest and greatest good that we clear and balance our energy system and keep that energy flowing freely. So that's what this series is all about, this Chakras for Beginners series. It's all about teaching you that you have a physical body and you also have an energy body, and that your energy body can keep you healthy as long as you allow that free flow of energy flowing in as the breath of life, expanding into your lungs, and then expanding out into your physical body and throughout your energy body. And as long as we can allow that energy to flow freely without restriction, we are healthy. So I explained to you where the chakras are. So if you're new to this word, chakras, and you're new to the concept of energy medicine or energy healing or just energy at all, then you know now where they are physically located in your body. So now let's go through what colors they are. They're the colors of the rainbow. So starting at our root chakra, which we said was right there in our perineum, it's red. a bright, vibrant red, just as bright as you can. I'm going to adjust this. I've got a light on because, they say if you're not light, then nobody can see you. But I thought it was a little too light. So who is blinding me? But so we have that bright, vibrant red. So we shine that bright, vibrant red from our pelvic region right down there, our perineum. It's right down there where you're sitting on it. If you're sitting down, you're sitting on it. You're sitting right on that perineum. That's our root chakra. It's red, bright, vibrant red. And our root chakra is all about safety, security, our most basic needs for survival, our instinctual needs. So all of that is in our root chakra. It's also our connection to our roots, simply our connection to our ancestors, those that have come before us. So breathe that in really deeply. Feel that energy go down all the way to the base of your spine, to your root chakra, and connect. That's where we ground ourselves. It's where we get grounded, where we center ourselves and get grounded. When we say we're grounding, we can either ground with our ancestors, with who we truly are, and we can ground actually ground. I had that conversation with somebody earlier this week that in the world there are positive ions and negative ions floating around, and we're all energy, and all that's taking place. And that even the earth sometimes has to ground, has to clear and balance that energy. And that's what a thunderstorm's all about. There's too much negativity out there in the air, those negative ions. So what do? They gather all together and they become a bolt of lightning, and they shoot straight to the ground, and they ground themselves into Mother Earth. Sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes we feel that negativity and it's all coming to a head. And if we take our shoes off, sink it into the dirt, into the grass, or at the beach is a perfect place. The beach, a perfect place, get your feet wet in that sand and ground yourself, and let that negative energy just naturally just ground and channel down to Mother Earth. She'll know what to do with it. Absolutely. 100% of the time, she will know what to do with it. So that root chakra right there, that's all that root chakra, that grounding, that safety, security, safety net. So breathe that in and know that that is your root chakra, and it's bright, bright red. So now the next chakra up, we said, was the sacral chakra. So our sacral chakra, it's right there between our pelvic bone and our navel. So right in that area, below our navel, but above our pelvic bone, that's our sacral chakra. And it is a bright orange. I mean, a bright, warm orange. What an amazing color. And it's all about our creativity and expression, music, dance. It's all about our creative energy. Sometimes I like to say our get her done energy. If I have young people that come to me, and we build a medicine bag, I always like to put for teenagers a carnelian in their medicine bag to bring out that sacral chakra energy, that creative, get her done energy. Because sometimes you need that when you're a teenager, don't you? Because you just want to sleep in the morning because that's not their natural rhythmic time to get up, and they have to get up to go to school, and it just creates a conflict within their energy because their natural energy, they want to sleep late, stay up late, and sleep late. That's a teenager's natural rhythm. But we make them get up early and head off to school. So a carnelian is always good to help them boost up that energy, to get that sacral chakra energy going, because they're just coming into that time when the hormones are moving and going and changing. And sometimes they need a little help with that. And a carnelian helps balance that energy for them. So that's our sacral chakra. And then our solar plexus next up, and it's between our navel and our heart center. So that solar plexus right there. And what color is that? You guessed it. If you are going up the rainbow with me, it's bright, vibrant yellow. Yellow. And what is that yellow energy all about? Our solar plexus is our I am center. It's our willpower. It's our who we are really energy. That's what our I am center, our willpower, our solar plexus is all about. Our self-confidence, and as I said before, our energy centers swirl and they overlap each other. So the sacral chakra, you'll hear a lot of people tell you it's about self-confidence. And then also the solar plexus is also about self-confidence. So self-esteem, self-confidence, our willpower. Yeah, it's a great chakra. And when we are clear and balanced in that, nobody can stop us. So then next up is our heart chakra. It's right there in the center of our chest. And it's where we take in that breath of life, that divine life force energy. We take it in with a big old breath and we fill our lungs, and then we feel that energy radiate throughout our body. And then we radiate it out to the world right there from our heart center, from our heart chakra. Wow, that's our heart chakra energy. And what color is that? It is green. Green. But you know what? I also think of rose quartz. You see my rose quartz up here? So I think of a rose quartz with the heart chakra, and that's pink. And love and compassion, all that energy is pink. So I like to picture my heart chakra as a big old swirl of green and pink energy. You can picture yours however you want because it's your energy and you are in control of it. You master your own energy. So you can let your heart chakra be all green, you can let it be all pink, or you can be like me and have a beautiful swirl, because that's a wonderful swirl of green with that pink swirl going through, kind of like pistachio ice cream with a swirl of strawberry. Pistachio ice cream, that's an older classic flavor, isn't it? So I'm trying to keep up with these comments. Hi, Sharon. Thank you so much. Hi, Lori. Awesome. Well, I like my enthusiastic. Because that's just me. It's just the way I am. It's the way I've always been. It's the way I am. I just show up as me. I'm just a simple country girl from Tennessee. And man, it shows sometimes when I'm teaching, especially because the real me comes out when I'm teaching. So we've got that heart chakra energy. And as we breathe that breath in, we take that breath in. Our heart chakra is where we connect to the divine energy that is residing within us, because that divine energy comes to our crown chakra that we're going to talk about in just a couple of minutes. But it resides in our heart center, and it resides in our heart center. And from there is where we radiate it out to the world. And that's what we're here for. Taking that energy in and then just radiating it out as love. Being love one to each other, and somebody challenged me earlier this week and said, it can't be that simple. Reverend Kimberly, it can't be that simple to just say, be love. But it truly is, because if you are taking in that life force energy and you are showing up as love to everyone you encounter, the people that you know and love, and the people that you see occasionally, the people you interact with daily, the people you see randomly once in a blue moon, and then anybody else that you encounter, like at the grocery store, you've never seen them before, but you exchange a little bit of energy when you see each other in the produce section there, or over in the dairy section. You see each other and you exchange that energy. How are you showing up? And if you are showing up as love, there can be no harm in that. And there can be no negativity in that. And there can be no prejudice in that. There can be no animosity. There can be no ill intent in that. If you are simply showing up as love to everyone you encounter, well, then we're going to have a world of peace. We're going to have a world of love. So if we can all do that, and the more we are with each other, love, the more the rest of the world will begin showing up as love. So, from Tennessee, Joe, what part of Tennessee are you from? I am from Northeast Tennessee. I'm from Kingsport, Tennessee, and I know some of my old high school classmates sometimes watch these classes with me. So I'm giving a shout out to all my Dobbins Bennett High School alumni and my sons back home in Tennessee. So I'm from the mountains of East Tennessee. I'm part Cherokee. My grandmother's Cherokee, and I'm getting off the subject, and I do that a lot. So just please bear with me. We're at the heart chakra. So I'll come back to that. Next is our throat chakra. Our throat chakra is a beautiful blue. Now, people differ on the color blue they like. And I'm telling you what, it's your energy, and you can let it be the color blue you want it to be. It can be turquoise blue as much as turquoise, or, I love Criscola. So here I have my piece of Criscola. It's a beautiful turquoise rock. It is part turquoise and part malachite, so it actually appears a little darker than a turquoise. But you can be a beautiful turquoise blue, or you can be a Caribbean sea blue, or you can be sky blue, and it is entirely your choice. I'm empowering you right now to see the color you want in your energy field and in your aura, so you can be whatever color you want in your throat chakra. And what is our throat chakra all about? Well, our throat chakra is all about it's using your voice. It's your voice expression, whether it's in song, in written word, in spoken word, maybe in dance. It's your expression of your voice. You speak your truth. And I don't know if I went off or not. It says we're having trouble with it, but I don't see myself, but it also says I'm still connected. So if y'all let me know in the comments if I am or not, I would appreciate that, because I usually do this hardwired, and I'm on Wi-Fi tonight. So, Joe, you say you're from the Nashville area. I had the New Earth Center in Hendersonville, Tennessee, which was a holistic healing arts center in Tennessee. It was actually Tennessee's largest metaphysical healing arts center right there in Hendersonville, Tennessee. I had that for several years before I retired to Florida. And I love Florida. Love being here. Love Tennessee. Love my home. And I also love being at the ocean. So I go to the mountains, and I love the ocean, and I have the best of both worlds that way. So I'm happy, Allison, that you said you can still hear me and see me, because I can't see myself, but I'm glad that you all can see me. So here we go. Our throat chakra, that blue, whatever blue you like, turquoise, sky blue, Caribbean sea blue. So I've got a piece of Larimar on right there in the starfish. I love that color blue. That's the color I see, but sometimes I see turquoise. You be whatever blue you want to be for your throat, because it's your throat and it's your voice, and I want you to stand firm and speak your truth. So then next we're coming up to the third eye. The third eye right up here, it's a beautiful amethyst purple. I have a lovely amethyst right up here. So you're going to see that beautiful amethyst purple color right there for your third eye. And what is our third eye all about? It's all about our intuition and visualization. So when you do a guided imagery or a guided meditation and you're seeing that imagery, that's all the work of your third eye chakra right up there. So right there, I said between your eyebrows, between or behind your eyes and your sinuses, right in there. That's your third eye chakra right there, and it's a beautiful amethyst purple color. So breathe some energy into that. It's beautiful. So now we're going up to the top, our crown chakra. It's right up there at the tip top of our head, just over our head. And then when people say, well, where exactly is it? You would say, if you've ever felt a newborn baby's soft spot, that's where your crown chakra is, because it's still open when you're first born. You're still so connected with the angelic realm and with with our divine creator, you still have that connection. It's so strong. And even though our skull has come together and it is hard now, we still have that connection. Our crown chakra is that connection, and it is a white light energy. It is a white light. So sometimes when I'm doing a chakra clearing, chakra balancing meditation, I will instruct people to visualize and imagine a column of white light coming down from the heavens into your crown chakra. And what an amazing feeling that is when you get into a meditation with that visualization, and you can actually just touch that connection to our divine creator, to God, Goddess, whatever name you prefer to call the great I am. It's the great I am, Jehovah, Jesus Christ, God, Goddess, Allah, Buddha. You know, I'm an interfaith minister, and in interfaith ministry, what we do is we help people from different religious backgrounds to see that we are still all the same. Even though we might have different beliefs, we are all the same. And the common thread, the one common thread that runs through every religion on this planet, can you guess? Let me know in the comments. That one common thread is love. Love is the common thread that connects. And when we allow it, it's the common thread that connects us all, one to each other, one by one by one. And what an amazing thought that is. So there we are, chakras for beginners. We've gone through where the chakras are and what colors they are. And we actually even went into chakras and crystals a little bit, which was one of the first classes that we did, where we talked about the rose quartz with the heart and the amethyst with the third eye. And we talk about the crystals that correlate to the chakras. And that's a beautiful and amazing class. I love teaching all about crystals. But tonight, our class is on chakras and the zodiac. So we all pretty much know our sun sign. The sun was in when you were born, because the sun pretty much stays almost a month in each sign. And so therefore, whenever you generally know your horoscope, your zodiac sign is your sun sign. And then we also have a moon sign. Where was the moon? What sign was the moon in when you were born? I am a sun sign Sagittarius with the moon sign of Aquarius. So that's a pretty good combination. So think about that. What is your sun sign? I know you know it. And you can, if you Google chakras and the zodiac, oh my gosh, you are going to get so many different thoughts. You're going to get so many different teachers who all have a different thought about the chakras and the zodiac. You can look at the chakras and how they relate to the zodiac elementally, like each of the elements and what signs go with an element versus what chakra goes with an element. So let's go over the elements real quickly. So the root chakra is earth element chakra. And so what are the earth signs? The earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Now, don't be thinking that just because I'm going over these elements that I'm telling you that you are that sign, that is your chakra. Everybody has every chakra, no matter what sign you are. But what you're going to find is a correlation between the energy around that chakra, and mostly how when you allow the energy to be restricted or blocked within a chakra, you will experience it. And some zodiac signs will experience it more than others. And we'll go over that after we go over the elements. So Allison, you're Aries Sun and Sagittarius Moon. Wow, what a combination that is. Fabulous. Fire, you are a ball of fire, girl. You are a woman on fire. I love that. Yes. Alicia Keys was singing just for you, and the Mockingjay was just for you. The woman on fire. And I'm going to think of that you as that every time I see you. So our earth signs again are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And the earth chakra is the root chakra. So let's go up to the water. What's the water? The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And the water chakra is the sacral chakra, because that's all of our reproductive organs. Our reproductives are controlled by the moon, and the moon controls all the water on earth. And we're going to talk about that a little more in depth as well. Our bodies, our human bodies, are over 70% water, and the moon affects and has influence over all the water on this earth. So just imagine how much the moon affects us as humans, and we sometimes don't give her the credit for that. But there's a lot of effect, and if you pay attention to it, you'll see it. So again, the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, and the water chakra is our sacral chakra. So our fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. My best friends are my fellow fire signs. We get along great. We always do. And that's a beautiful love match between the fire signs as well. Our solar plexus, that's our fire chakra. So the fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. So that's all about you, Allison, Miss Woman on Fire. Moon and sun in a fire sign. Wow. So, so now we're going to air. So our air is our heart chakra. Our heart chakra is the air. The signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So those signs are air signs, and the air chakra is the heart chakra. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius for air signs, and the air chakra is the heart chakra. So now you'll see that with the elements, those are the elemental chakras. So we left out the throat, the third eye, and the crown because they don't have to do with the elements. The elements are the earth, the root, water, the sacral, fire, the solar plexus, and air, the heart. And so that's how it correlates to the zodiac signs of the elements. So it's elementary, dear Watson, that those signs connect with those chakras. And so, but that's not all. You're going to find people that also correlate in different ways, zodiacs to our signs, based on the planets that are our ruling planets. So each of the chakras has a planet that rules, and each of the zodiac signs have a planet that has a strong influence. So let's go over that. And then we're going to all put it together at the end here. So our root chakra is ruled by Saturn. So our base, security, our roots, ruled by Saturn. And the zodiac signs that are influenced most strongly by Saturn are Capricorn and Aquarius. Our sacral chakra, next up, is ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter is most influenced with Sagittarius and Pisces. So planet-wise, the solar plexus is Mars. So right there. And what zodiac signs are most affected by Mars? Aries and Scorpio. Our heart chakra is ruled by Venus, planet of love, The heart chakra is all about love. And what two zodiac signs are ruled most influenced by Venus? Taurus and Libra. So now we're getting up to the throat, the third eye, and the crown. So the throat is associated with the planet Mercury, and Mercury influences Gemini and Virgo. And our third eye is influenced by both the sun and the moon. Wow, it's all that. And who's influenced most strongly by the sun and the moon? Leo and Cancer. Cancer again was a water sign, so it's not any kind of surprise that they are ruled by the moon, which rules and influences water. And then Leo was a fire sign, so it's no shocker that the sun rules Leo. So our crown chakra, though, is not associated with any one planet. It is associated with the entire universe because it is our connection to God. Right there in our crown chakra is our connection to the divine energy and our divine creator. So that's a lot to take in, isn't it? We went through the elements and the signs. We went through the planets and the sign. So now let's talk about, so now you're going to, if I told you if you Google it, because Google's a wonderful thing, used to, you had to go to the library, check out 10 books to try to find the one thing you were looking for. And I remember those days. I am old enough to remember those days, going through the card catalog, taking my little card, writing the number, going up to the stacks, hunting up the books, carrying down my whole stack of books to study crystals. I studied crystals that way. And now people get to cheat. They can just Google what the rose quartz do. What are the properties of a rose quartz? Where back in my day, I had to take all these reference books and study them. And now it's so easy, you just Google it. So if you Google your zodiac sign and the chakras, you're going to get a lot of different thoughts from there. There's no consensus from everybody on what they believe that it affects, but what I believe and what I'm going to share with you right now is that as we went over those signs and the elements and the chakra, and then we went over the planets and the signs and the chakra, so you determine that there might be one or two or three chakras that you might be associated with your zodiac sign. What I feel happens is when we have a restriction, when we are not allowing the energy to flow freely, because when we're allowing that divine life force energy, that chi, that prana, to flow freely through our chakra system, we have no worries. No worries at all. We're happy. We're healthy. Everything's good. We aren't creating discomfort or dis-ease in our body. We aren't allowing any disease to manifest in our body. But it's when we create a restriction, when we hold on to a negative emotion or a physical trauma, maybe a pain where we actually had an injury, a physical injury, and then we held on to that pain instead of just experiencing it and letting it go. We held on to it for whatever reason. We held on to it a little too long, and then it became a part of who we are, and it became chronic. And that kind of chronic pain, as well as holding on to negative emotions, can create a restriction or a blockage in your energy system. And when you allow your energy to be restricted or blocked, you can actually manifest disease in your body. So when we're talking about the influence of the planets, the influence of our zodiac sign on our chakras, those that I read off for you, and I'm going to read them off again because you might not have written them down. But you can always replay the video. but we'll go over it again anyway. That those signs that came up for you and the chakras that came up for you, when you are creating a restriction, that chakra, when it is out of balance and restricted, might have a little stronger effect on you than it might someone else. So I'm a Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, what affected me there was that my sacral chakra, as far as planets go, and my solar plexus, as far as elements go. So being a Sagittarius and knowing that, well, if I hold on to a negative emotion that is associated with my solar plexus or my sacral chakra, then it can maybe affect me a little more than, say, a Capricorn, who's totally root chakra both ways. So we have to be mindful of that when we may need, as a Sagittarius, when I'm doing a chakra balancing or chakra cleansing meditation, I might need to give a little extra focus to my sacral chakra and to my solar plexus chakra to keep them open and clear and balanced. Because maybe because of the planetary association or the elemental association, they might have a tendency to be out of balance, and I might need to just focus more attention. It doesn't mean that I can't bring it into balance, but it means that I might need to bring a little more focused attention and intention on it, because it's what we put our intention to that makes the greatest impact and has the greatest effect on us. So with me, I can tend to have stomach, intestinal issues, and that's all related to the solar plexus, because if I allow an energy restriction or blockage in my solar plexus, that's going to show up greater for me than it might for a Leo, or it might for a Capricorn. So that's where I'm saying, not that there's any one end all be all. We are all energy, and that energy is moving all the time. And as that energy is moving, we can move it on through, we can clear and balance it, and we can allow ourselves to be happy and to be healthy. And so maybe if you are a Gemini or a Virgo, and that's associated with the throat chakra and our expression, our self-expression, and our communication when we need to speak our truth. So maybe, sometimes when we get that lump in our throat, when we're hesitant to speak our truth or show up in that way, maybe for a Gemini or a Virgo, that lump in a throat is a little stronger, a physical sensation, than it might be for other people. And they might need to focus their intention in clearing that and keeping it clear and keeping it balanced. And one hint or one thing that you could pay attention to that might tell you your throat chakra is a little out of balance might be that you clear your throat a lot. And maybe that you clear your throat so often that you have developed a habit of clearing your throat, doing doing that a lot. That might mean that you have an imbalance in your throat chakra, that lump in your throat. It's actually a physical sensation where it feels like a golf ball stuck in our throat, or a ping pong ball is actually stuck in our throat. I know you've experienced that. We all have. When you're embarrassed to speak up, or you're afraid if you speak up that it might people might judge you harshly because you spoke up for something you believed in. But I'll tell you that when we fail to speak our truth, it will always do more harm than good, because holding that in and not speaking our truth will cause us to have issues with our throat, with our thyroid. So stand up and speak your truth. And I'm not saying that you have to go out and actually confront somebody and say, hey, listen to me. I need to speak my truth to you, because sometimes people just don't want to hear it. They don't want to listen to your truth because their truth is something totally different, 180 degrees different, and they don't care what your truth is. So sometimes when you find yourself in that situation, or that you feel like speaking your truth could cause you physical danger or physical harm, then what I'm going to say do is go home and write it out, get it out, express it, express it by verbalizing it out in your backyard, scream it to the full moon, you know, scream it to the man in the moon and the crescent moon, or write it out on a piece of paper, then wad it up and throw it in the trash, or wad it up, set it on fire and put it in a burning bowl and burn it. And let the smoke take it to God and let the ash go down to Mother Earth and let that energy be changed, because energy is energy. It's here and it can be transmuted, but it never goes away. It's always there. So get that out. Get that energy out. Speak your truth. And again, I'm not saying you got to get up in everybody's face to speak your truth. Go home and write it out. Write it as a letter to that person and then burn it or throw it away or rip it up. But you let it out. Don't hold it in, because it's the holding it in that causes you damage. It's the holding it in that causes a restriction in your energy, causes a blockage in your chakra, that causes the energy to not be able to flow above or below or through, which will cause that to manifest as an actual disease in your body. So let's don't do that. Keep your energy system clear and balanced in harmony and let that energy flow. And so, as we've discussed in all the rest of the chakra classes, we talked about chakra and colors, and we went through the whole rainbow of colors. We talked about using candles and stones. We talked about crystals. We talked about crystals associated with each chakra and the energy of the crystals uh, uh, associated with the energy of each chakra. And we've talked about foods. We've talked about what food goes with what chakra. So if you're needing to bring some attention to your root chakra, well, then we're going to talk about the root vegetables, the potatoes and the carrots and the onions and the turnips and all those wonderful, beautiful root vegetables. And we're also going to talk about the red fruits and vegetables in our life, the radishes and the apples and the strawberries and all the red, the color. So go with the color. When we talk about the colors of the chakra, when you're talking about the fruits and the vegetables that go with each chakra, look to the color wheel to be your guide as to what fruits and what vegetables and what foods go with that chakra. So so if you're having issues around your sacral chakra, you're having trouble expressing yourself, that you have a spark of divine inspiration, you're a business person and you have that spark of divine inspiration, that wonderful idea, but you're having trouble acting on it. You're having trouble putting together a plan of how to act on it. Well, that could be that you have energy restricted in your sacral chakra because you're not able to express, you're not able to create. And our sacral chakra is all about that creative expression. We have that divine spark of inspiration, but then we have to act on it. And that get her done chakra, that sacral chakra, that bright orange chakra, eat some carrots, get some bright orange on your plate. bright orange bell pepper. Get some orange. And for some reason, oranges, citrus fruit, oranges, tangerines, bring in that orange energy. And that will help you to focus intention and attention onto that chakra and bring it in. So I'm still hoping that I'm live. It's my live countdown still clicking, but I've never come back to my picture. So I'm just talking to a black screen. So I can almost see my reflection in there, but I can't see myself. So I'm really hoping that I'm coming through to you and that you can hear me and that you can see me. And if something happened and you're not, well, we'll just redo it. So if you're Leo and Cancer, I told you that that's your third eye. It's your ego consciousness. So with a Leos have no problem with ego. And if you have a Leo in your life, you know that. My wife is a Leo. And that Sagittarius Leo, that's a wonderful match. I have a lot of friends who are Sagittarius and Leo, husband, wife, wife, husband, husband. Sagittarius and Leo, it's a great match. But, Leos have no problem with ego and self-esteem in their natural state of being. But if their third eye gets out of balance, well, then in comes the self-doubt, more for a Leo and Cancer than for any of the other signs. That self-doubt sneaks in. And that second nature that we all have, that intuitive voice, that still small voice we have inside that's telling us what to do. You say, I don't know how I know, and yet I know that I know. So if you ever find yourself in that situation, I do a lot. Somebody says, well, how do you know that? And I said, well, I know it. So I don't know if my grandmother told me that when I was small and I have just always known it, or it's in my ancestral DNA, my ancestral knowledge, that I just know it. That's all third eye. That's all third eye energy and third eye and root chakra energy working together to connect back to the ancestors. And ego consciousness, and that's the Leo and the Cancer. So just be aware of that with these signs, and the signs, knowing the planets and the association with the chakras, and knowing the elements and the association with the chakra is all a tool, just like knowing the crystals that are associated with each chakra, knowing the color associated with each chakra, knowing the foods associated with each chakra, knowing the physical ailments. We're going to get that into next month. We're going to get into that. The organs, the physical organs in our body that are associated with each chakra, and then the ailments that are associated with each chakra. That's all next month. So each one of these months is building upon the other, and each one gives you a new set of a shiny new tool to stick in your tool pouch. Like I said, we have a spiritual tool pouch, just like an electrician or a carpenter. They wear those tool belts. They have those great tool belts, and they've got their wire clippers and their screwdrivers and their hammers and all their levels and all their tools in their tool belt. And they know what each tool does. They know the specialty of each tool. So what my goal is with these classes is to give you an energy medicine tool belt so that you have all these shiny new tools that you put in your tool pouch, and you become so familiar with them that when you need a tool, you can reach and you know what each tool does and what it's good for. So that's what these classes are all about, to empower you, to give you the power to heal yourself, because we all have that power innate. It's a God-given talent that we have to heal ourselves. And my grandmother taught me when I was very young, and different hand ways to hold my hands for different illnesses. And I never knew what that meant other than that Mama taught it to me and it worked. There was no name given to it. But when I started studying and took my first Reiki class, and they started showing me hand positions, I said, wow, well, no, I know that. When my son was newborn and he had an ear infection, and my grandmother had me cut my hand over his ear and share energy with him, and that would soothe him, and he would stop crying, and he would be at ease because the pain eased. My grandmother was teaching me energy medicine. She didn't call it that, and she didn't call it Reiki. And energy medicine is known by many names. Some people call it quantum touch. Some nurses call it healing touch, and they call it that because different classes that of course has been submitted to different states for continuing education credits, different people call it different things. So Reiki, I'm a Reiki master teacher, and I also teach happy, healthy energy medicine. That's my own trademark brand, Happy Healthy, because my company is called Be Happy and Be Healthy. And so Happy Healthy Energy Medicine is my own brand. So I teach Reiki and do Reiki certifications, but I also expand on that and teach what my Native American grandmother taught me, and how to just use and incorporate energy medicine into your everyday life to be happy and to be healthy. Because I don't know about you, but for me, that's a pretty good life purpose, or a pretty good life goal, is to be happy and to be healthy. I think it's what we all want. It's what we all strive for, to be happy and to be healthy. So when we are talking about energy medicine and energy, and we talk about our energy field and our chakras, we have to talk about our aura. So your aura, if you were to reach out your arms as far as you could reach, and I know that my hands just went out of the picture because I'm 6 feet tall and my wingspan's a little bit over 6 feet. And that's what they say. Isn't that awesome? That from fingertip to fingertip, your wingspan is the same as your height. So I'm 72 1/4 inches tall, so my wingspan's 73 inches. So I guess I stunted my own growth. I don't know, but but so our wingspan, how far we can reach, is the same as our height, and so our aura extends out as far as we can reach, and then I like to say, and then just a little bit further. And that's how far our aura extends around us, and extends out to each side. It extends up above, it extends down below. So in the front and in the back, all around us, like a big old bubble around us, and that is our aura. So our aura should always be shining and vibrant, and that energy flowing. And when we are allowing that divine life force energy, so take that deep breath in. Yes, and we have that divine life force energy in us, and it is expanding throughout our physical body from our lungs. It also expands out into our energy body as far as we can reach, and then a little bit further. That's how far each breath of energy flows. And then when we radiate that back out, we can radiate it out into our own aura. But then the miracle of it is that we can radiate that out further. We can radiate it out to the world. And when we do that, wow, we are living our life's purpose. We are living our joy. We are experiencing life joyfully. And so that is a great thing to strive for, to be living your life joyfully intentionally happy and healthy. And so these tools that I've been giving you, the color spectrum of the chakra system, just the basic overview of the chakras, and then we did the foods, we did the crystals. What else have we done? I'm forgetting something. I know I am. And then this time we're doing the Zodiac. So we are doing the Zodiac for our chakras. And, we talked about those elemental associations, the planetary associations, and we talked about the sun, and I failed to talk about the moon. So let me get that. See, sometimes I come back around to it. Yes, I will. So you say, oh, she forgot that. You better bet I'm going to come back around to it. So the sun, as I said, your sun sign is the sign that the what the sun was in what constellation when you were born, and mine's Sagittarius. Your moon sign is where the moon was. The moon change, the sun sign, I said, changes about once a month. Not really, but that's the way the mathematicians did it to make it nice and even and 12. But then now NASA just doing a big thing and put in a 13th, and I am actually that new one. But I haven't done enough study to start talking about that. So I'm just going by the 12, the zodiac that we all grew up with right now, not the new one that they just declared as of June 1st. So of 2020. But maybe next time we'll talk about that a little bit when I study up on it a little bit. But so the moon changes about every 2 days. Sometimes a little bit longer than 2 days and sometimes a little bit less than 2 days, but about 2 days. You could say rule of thumb. Rule of thumb is that about every 2 days, 48 hours, the moon changes the sign it's in. And if you ever grew up in the country or your grandparents, then they probably had a farmer's almanac calendar, and a farmer's almanac calendar shows the moon phases, and we're almost up to a new moon. It's going to be a new moon on Saturday with the summer solstice. It's going to be an amazing day because we have a eclipse, a new moon, and the summer solstice all in the same day. Woo! It's going to be fabulous Saturday. It'll be fabulous up in here. But so right now, the moon is in Taurus. And as I was saying about that almanac, that farmer's almanac, it would tell you the moon is in this sign. And so then it would tell you what part of the body is associated with that sign and what you could plant during that sign. So you would plant based on that. And I had an aunt, my Aunt Magdalene, beautiful soul, beautiful woman. And she always taught me how to make sauerkraut and with canning. And she was a great cook. And she could put up some vegetables, honey. My Aunt Magdalene, she could put up some vegetables. So if my cousin Rita is watching, then I'm talking about your mama. Yes, I am. That woman could put up some vegetables. And she would tell you, now, when I had my own home and had 2 little boys and I had a little garden, and she'd say, now, Kimmy, you can't be planting that when the moon's in a particular sign because that's the bowels. And if you plant that then you know what it's going to taste like when you take it out of that jar. And I'm not going to say it, but that was my Aunt Magdalene. So she was blunt and to the point, and she told you, don't you be planting that now, because if you plant it now while the moon is in that sign, it's going to taste like that when you take it out of that jar. So, yeah, so I learned you look at the signs before you go plant in your garden. Look at the signs and know. And if you don't have an Aunt Magdalene, and you didn't grow up with an Aunt Magdalene, and you like to have a garden, because aren't we all getting into that organic feel, and you have a little patio garden, get yourself an almanac. Or you know what? Now you don't even have to do that. You can just Google it. What's the best time to plant? What's the best sign to plant carrots in? And it'll tell you. So Google's a wonderful thing, or Bing, or whatever. I'm not going to be prejudiced or judgmental against one browser or another. Use whatever browser you prefer and search it on the internet. And you're going to find where to when to plant because the moon is in that. So as we go about this tool in your toolbox, so here's another tool I'm going to give you in your toolbox. So look at where's the moon. If you're feeling a little imbalanced in your system, your energy system, look at where the moon is. The moon is in Taurus right now. And what did we say? Taurus is an earth sign, and it's a root chakra sign. So maybe if you're having an issue with your root chakra is a little out of balance, it's probably affecting you more strongly now than it did a day or so ago when the moon was in Aries. So it's just another tool to be intentional about, something to know and to say, well, let me take a look at the signs. Where is the moon right now? Because as I said earlier, the moon influences the movement of all water on this planet. So think about that for just a second. So the moon controls the tides. It says when the tides are coming in, when they're coming out, when it's low tide, when it's high tide, if it's going to be a king tide. So a high tide on a full moon might be a king tide, which means a higher than normal tide. But the moon is what is affecting that. The moon is what is affecting that water movement on Earth. And we are human beings, and our bodies are organic machines. Our bodies are made up of over 70% water. So just think about that for a second. So if our body is over 70% water, and the moon has effect and influence over the movement of water on this earth, what does that say about the fluid within you? The water in the blood that's flowing inside your body is affected and influenced by the moon. So, tool in the tool pouch, it's good to know what sign the moon is in. Right now, it's in Taurus. On the 18th at 9 p.m., it'll go into Gemini. And then it'll go into Cancer, and then it'll go into Leo, and then it'll go into Virgo, and Libra, and Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. So it goes in one right after the other. And rule of thumb, it stays about 2 days in each one, but you can Google it. I did earlier. That's why I have this list right here in front of me, because I Googled it and said moon sign table and transit dates. So do that, and you'll have them. You'll know if you don't have a calendar that shows it. So if you have a calendar that shows it, yay for you. And that's just another tool to put in your tool pouch. And it's just another level. You know, I tell people, when you stack, when you layer intention, you make it stronger. So when we are doing manifesting work, when we are using the law of attraction, it works. It's a law. It's working all the time, whether you believe it or not. And if you don't believe it, well, it's working for you, but probably not working. So the law of attraction is working all the time for us. So what we're putting out there that we want, the frequency we're vibrating at, you know, we're vibrating at a frequency, and we are energy. We are attracting things to us that are vibrating at a similar and like energy. So what we're putting out there, we want. We tell the universe what we want. We don't tell the universe how to bring it to us. The universe starts conspiring to bring it right to us as soon as we ask for it. As soon as we say, this is what I want. So another tool in your tool belt, when you get real clear on what it is you want, because that's when I'm coaching, when I have coaching clients, that's for business leaders and everyone. That's one of the hardest things, to get very focused and very intentional on what it is you want. I'm not saying I want to be successful. You know, we all want to be successful, but get focused, get specific, get intentional on what it is you want. because that's when the universe can bring it to you. When you say what it is you want with focused intention, and all these little layers of tools that you can use. So let's say, and I used this example with someone this week. Let's say you're single and you said, I want to attract more love and compassion in my life. I want to attract someone to love in my life. So that's definitely heart chakra work, isn't it? Sacral chakra work, heart chakra work. So you might decide, oh, I want to take a goddess bath. I want to call in some of that divine feminine energy. And so you draw a bath with intention. You maybe put some lavender and lavender buds and rose petals in the water. Maybe you light some pink candles. Maybe you get some rose essential oil and scent those candles, and you bring in all that energy. Maybe you take some rose quartz crystals and put in the water or around the tub. Pink candles, pink stones. You're bringing in all that love and compassion energy intentionally. Well, you might want it before you decide to take this bath. Take a look at, well, what's my perfect love match? I'm Sagittarius, so what's my perfect love match? Maybe a Leo, maybe an Aquarius. Look at your, who you've been with in the past, who works for you, what other sign you get along really well with. So maybe do it when the moon is in that sign, if that's the kind of person with that characteristic. So look up you can Google that. What's a good match for me? Um, look up well, that's just another level. It's another layer on top of what you want to draw to you, and you're layering it. You're pulling out all of those tools that you have in your tool pouch, and I'm here to just help you get that tool, shine it up, and put it in your pouch, and then know when to use it and what to use it for. So what we can use this tool that we've gotten tonight. So tonight our tool is associating our zodiac sign with our chakras. So what will that tool do for us? Well, it will help you to know that if I have a restriction or a blockage of energy, or say I'm experiencing a root chakra energy. I'm feeling a little disconnected. I'm feeling a little discombobulated. That's a technical term. Yes, it is. It's a bona fide technical term, discombobulated. So I'm feeling a little discombobulated and a little disconnected. I'm feeling a little floaty, a little flighty. I'm not feeling grounded. I'm not feeling connected. I'm feeling like I'm floundering out there on my own. I'm not feeling connected to family. I'm not feeling connected to friends. I'm not feeling connected to my ancestors. So I'm feeling all that. I'm I'm not feeling very safe and secure because I'm feeling lonely and I'm feeling like I'm all alone. So that's really a root chakra issue. So what can we do with our root chakra issue? We know that Saturn is the planet that's ruling the root chakra. It is an earth-based element that it's attached to and associated with the element earth. So bring in some earthy things. Bring in some earthy things like stones and crystals, rocks, shells. Let's see, what else do I have? Earthy. Salt. Maybe put some salt in a bowl next to you while you meditate. Bring in, do a meditation, and in that meditation, picture the planet Saturn with all of her rings. Do that work, do that meditation, and bring some intention with the color red to your root chakra. So you're going to use the color, use the planet, use the element, use the sign. The signs are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So the moon is in Taurus right now. So it would be a good time to do that kind of work on your root chakra, no matter what sign you are. If you're having those root chakra issues, right now is a good time to do that root chakra work. So do a chakra balancing meditation and connect to that root chakra, connect to Mother Earth, do some grounding work, and bring that all back in. And so that's just another tool to put in your toolbox, to put in your tool pouch, and to use for you. So is that helping? I hope it is. I hope it is. So let's see. So one of the other things that I had written down for notes, Leos. I'm picking on Leos because my wife's a Leo. So I'm very familiar with Leos. Um, our crown chakra. Our crown chakra is our connection to the divine. Our crown chakra is it's our connection to that God energy, that collective consciousness, that divine wisdom, that knowledge. It's a beautiful connection. It's where we allow that white light to come down from the heavens into our energy field. And with Leos, when they are clear and balanced in their crown chakra, they're just full of grace and love. And then when that crown chakra gets a little out of balance, you might find that they become a little egotistical or self-centered. So that's how the Leo energy will work with that crown chakra. So I'm picking on the Leos a little bit. So yeah, so uh, just use a little common sense with that when you're thinking about your sign, because you know your sign because you've lived with it ever how many years you are old. I've lived with mine a few years, a few more than 30, but I'm not saying. So I've lived with this Sagittarius energy. I love it. Although now they tell me I'm a new something, something, something. But I'm gonna still claim I'm Sagittarius, even if I ever do accept this new one. Um, I've lived with this Sagittarius energy for a little over 30 years. And I'm not telling. Um, so I know what it's all about. So use your common sense. And, I know from my own experience, and now I know from this chart that has told me, this research that I've done about the zodiac, that I can tend to have issues with my sacral chakra and my solar plexus chakra being out of balance. So, what that tells me, as far as having a tool in my toolbox, is to be doing that work with my sacral chakra and my solar plexus chakra and be aware of the tendency to be out of balance there is stronger than my other chakras. I rarely have any problem with my heart chakra. I used to have a problem with my throat chakra because I was shy as a young girl. I'm not shy anymore. I sit here and talk to you for 2 hours on the computer, and I don't know who in the world is listening to me. It could be everybody in the world. It could be 10 people in the world, but I can see it's more than that. But anyway, so I'm not as shy anymore or shy much at all. Every once in a while in social situations, I can be a little shy because what does Reverend Dr. Temple Hayes says? I'm an introverted extrovert. That's what she says she is. A lot of people see us as extroverts, but really we're more personal and shy when it comes to social one-on-one situations. So an introverted extrovert, yes, I can be that. And I don't have so much trouble with my throat chakra. I rarely have trouble with my root chakra. You know, I don't have trouble with my third eye. It's always going. I can do visualization like none other almost. I can visualize that Cherokee forest from home. I can visualize it and then I can voice it and explain it and paint that picture with words for everyone else to visualize it. So, so I enjoy that. But with my solar plexus and my sacral, I can tend to have restrictions there. So I be aware of, be aware. So this will help you to be aware of maybe what you were didn't realize before that you have a tendency, but then when you look back on it, we always have great hindsight. When you know it and then you look back on it, you're like, well, yeah, I guess I knew that. I never saw it in that light or looked at it in that way, but yeah, I do have issues, with my root chakra. So again, let's go with those associations again. So when we're talking about our root chakra is the element it's associated with is earth, and the earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. The planet that is associated with our root chakra is Saturn with all those rings. So the two zodiac signs that may have issues with the root chakra when they allow those restrictions, they have strong issues with the root chakra would be Capricorn and Aquarius. And remember, stay hydrated. And so what is our root chakra all about? We said our root chakra is about our base instinct, our safety, our security, our financial security, security at home around food and clothing and a place to live. It's all that security is all root chakra issues. So if you find yourself having those issues come up and up and up, and you think you get it taken care of, and then those issues keep returning to your life, then you can guess that you probably have a restriction or even a blockage in your root chakra. So what you can do there is, again, go to red color, bring in some red, breathe in and bring that ball of red energy down to your root chakra and let it expand out. And just sit with that red energy, and it will clear out your root chakra. Bring in some root vegetables, some root foods like potatoes and carrots and onions and radishes and turnips, red foods and root vegetables. That's what you're going to find. Peanuts are a root vegetable, a root food. So you're going to find that those root foods and red foods are going to help you balance out the energy in your root chakra. Maybe use some red crystals, some corals are good. Coral is good for the root chakra. Hematite is great for the root chakra. So bring in all that root chakra associations to help you clear and balance your root chakra. Then for the sacral chakra, it's associated with the element water, and the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And the planet is Jupiter, and that's my planet, is a Sagittarius. So as I said before, Sagittarius and Pisces are signs that might tend to have sacral chakra issues occasionally. Or when you do have a sacral chakra restriction, it affects you very strongly. So that might be with your creativity, with your self-assurance. So you might need to put a little more focus on it to keep it balanced if you're Sagittarius or Pisces. And again, we said the sacral chakra, the color is orange. So bring in those carrots and orange bell peppers and oranges and clementines and tangerines. And what are some other orange things? I'm having, yeah, orange. Bring in those orange foods, fruits and vegetables. So Aries and Scorpio also. Scorpio is a water sign, so they can have issues around the sacral chakra, especially, those two signs are very good at radiating confidence, Aries and Scorpio, unless they have a sacral chakra blockage, and then they might become frustrated and have a lack of self-worth or a lack of self-esteem. and get and feel like they just don't have that self-worth. So they can they can spin down that hill pretty quickly when their sacral chakra gets affected. So sacral chakra, Jupiter, the largest planet, big old orange ball right there in our sacral chakra, again between our pelvic bone and our navel is our sacral chakra right in there. So bring that orange energy and that intention when we have a sacral chakra restriction to clear that out. Solar plexus, the associations with the solar plexus, the element is fire. The fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. And the planet is Mars, the big red planet. But the color for the solar plexus is yellow, big, bright yellow. It's your willpower, your energy, your drive. That is your solar plexus chakra. Your I am. Um, and Aries and Scorpio can be strongly affected when they have a blockage or a restriction in their solar plexus. Um, and sometimes when you have a blockage in your solar plexus, it can cause you to have stomach issues, intestinal issues. Um, so next is our heart chakra, and those associations with the heart chakra are the element air, and the air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, the air signs. The heart's all about love and affection, so the planet is Venus, the planet of love. Taurus and Libra are two of the signs that can have issues, strong issues when they have heart chakra blockages. They find it hard to get over heartbreak and heartache. So just bring some extra attention to your heart chakra, keeping it balanced and clear and working on that self love. Because we have to love ourselves before we can love another. Just like in the airplane, when you're getting ready to go on a flight and they say, when the oxygen mask falls, put the oxygen mask on yourself. Take care of yourself before you put the oxygen mask on anyone sitting near you or around you, because you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of another. So we have to bring in that self love, and we have to remember that self love when we're working on our heart chakra. So bring in that heart chakra, our throat chakra. So our throat chakra is our voice. It's our speaking our truth. It's our expression. It's our communication. It's how we choose to communicate, whether we communicate with written word, whether we communicate with spoken word, whether we sing, whether we dance, whether we paint and show our artistic nature in making clothing, making art, making jewelry, whatever your way of communicating that is, that's your throat chakra. And it's blue, turquoise, uh, Caribbean sea blue, sky blue, whatever shade of blue. I told you, you claim it and make it your color blue. You know, when I was younger, my favorite color of crayons, because we usually have those 16 boxes. And when we go to school and some people pull out their crayons and they'd have that big old box of 64 colors. And I knew they must be rich because they had that big old box of crayons. But my favorite color was cornflower blue. And if you picture the sky on a beautiful, clear day when the sky is so blue and it's such a pretty shade of blue, that is the color that Crayola called cornflower blue. It's beautiful. It used to be my absolute favorite color. And so the first car I ever purchased for myself was a Mazda RX-7, and it was stardust blue, but it was about that same color as cornflower blue with little flecks of stardust in it. It's beautiful. But that's your throat chakra. Express yourself. See, I was expressing myself with that car. So express yourself and don't be bashful about expressing yourself. Don't let yourself get that lump in your throat. We get that lump in your throat when we don't speak our truth. And I'm with you, Allison. I always had major envy. I always knew they must be rich. And oh Lordy. So my boys, when I had boys, they always had the 64 box of colors. But isn't it funny how we reflect on the simplest things that really affected us when we were young was to have all those colors to choose from. How amazing was that? So now let your throat chakra be your own color. Whatever color is your color, that's what color I want you to have your throat chakra be. I want it to be your blue. I want it to be Caribbean blue or cornflower blue or sky blue or turquoise blue, whatever color blue, Columbia blue, North Carolina blue, even, whatever blue works for you, then that's the blue I want you to have your throat chakra be and communicate. Um, your third eye up here, the amethyst, the beautiful color of amethyst. Amethyst comes in anywhere from a little pale purple, lavender to a really deep, beautiful purple. And any color in between there is the color your third eye can be. It's your energy. You make it the color you want it to be. That's how you're going to be empowered today. Know that you can do that. That you can make your chakra be the color you want it to be, the shade you want it to be. And, that's our ego consciousness right there in our third eye. And our third eye is Leo and Cancer. They're the ones that are very, very strongly affected by an imbalance in the third eye chakra. Not that everybody else is not, but Leo and Cancer, they can be very strongly affected. So if you're Leo or Cancer, you want to pay attention to making sure that your third eye is clear and balanced. And it's your second nature, it's your intuitive nature, that little voice that says, I know that I know that I know. I don't necessarily know how I know, but I know that I know that. And you don't have to know how you know it. You know it. And you know it because maybe your grandmother said it when you were young and your unconscious mind kept it for you. And then when you need it, there it is. Or maybe it's in your DNA memory that your ancestors knew that, and your ancestors before you, and then your grandmother knew it, and then your mother knew it, and now you know it, and you don't know how you know it, but you know it. That's that's your third eye. That's your intuition. It's that still small voice. And then our crown chakra, as we said, that it has no planetary association. The crown chakra is the entire universe, the cosmos. It is our connection to the divine. It's our connection to God, our connection to Goddess. It is our connection to the collective consciousness. It is our connection to divine wisdom and knowledge. Wow. How about that? That crown chakra, it's pure white. Some people actually see it as gold too. So sometimes when I'm doing a meditation, I'll do the I'll do the column of white light, and sometimes I do gold, gold raindrops coming down into our crown chakra. And again, I said that Leos are the ones that can be affected most strongly by an imbalance in the crown chakra. And does that surprise anybody? Because Leos are that big lion king and they have the crown on their head, that big golden crown on their head. So is it any wonder that Leos are affected by a crown chakra imbalance? Because they wear that crown all the time, Leos do. I have some wonderful Leos in my life, and I love them all dearly. My wife's a Leo. My spiritual leader is a Leo. Leos are amazing and driven people. So as we talked about those planetary associations and those elemental associations with our chakras, we talked about the sun and we talked about the moon. So think about the sun sign, and it's all comes back around to that intuitive knowledge and just good common sense too. Just good common sense. And and the common sense to know that I have all these tools in my tool pouch and I can pull one out and use it when I need to. And I know that right now the moon is in Taurus. And what can that do for me? You know, the moon is in Taurus. So you think about the characteristics of somebody who has the sign of Taurus, what the major characteristics are. We know that Taurus is an earth sign. It's associated with the root chakra. The element earth is associated with the root chakra and Saturn and all the rings. So basic security. So if you're doing root chakra work, right now is a great time to do it because the moon is in Taurus. On the 18th, the moon goes into Gemini. And so then that's going to be a great time to do work around. Gemini is an air sign, heart chakra. So that's going to be a great time to do heart work. And then this Saturday is the summer solstice. It's also a new moon. So great time for new beginnings. It's also an eclipse. So it's going to be some wonderful energy all going on this Saturday. And we have our summer solstice celebration at 6 p.m. via live stream. So you join me right back right here on Saturday night at 6 o'clock. And we have some wonderful things in store for you. Our dance ministry ladies have some beautiful dances that they're going to do. You know, we're inside because our doors are closed and our hearts are wide open. And so we're having to live stream everything. So they told me that I couldn't do it outside because they don't have the full capability of the live stream if I'm outside, because they can't take the soundboard and all that equipment outside. So we're going to be inside. So we won't have a fire ritual, but we will have our First Unity Voices and Wanda Nero Butler. They have some amazing songs they're going to be singing. And one of my personal favorites, Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. They're going to be singing that. I'll be calling in the quarters. I'll be calling in the quarters at the beginning and casting a circle. And then at the end, I'll be releasing the quarters. Reverend Dr. Aileen Curtin from Ireland will be doing the message. Reverend Christy Hardwick will be doing the meditation. And it's going to be an amazing summer solstice celebration. So I hope you're all going to join us for it. And new moon is a wonderful time to do a chakra balancing meditation, to do a longer than normal. So we have about 20 minutes left. So I thought that maybe we would do a chakra balancing meditation now. And we can do that chakra balancing meditation to clear, balance, and bring our energy system in harmony and balance, because that's when we are healthy. When we are allowing ourselves to be in harmony and balance with ourselves, with our own physical body, with our energy body, in harmony and balance with nature and all that around us, with the people around us, and then we are in harmony and balance with our Creator, and we are allowing the energy to flow. That's when we can just thrive. We find ourselves thriving and joyful all the time, happy and healthy and joyful. So so let's do that. Let's do a chakra balancing meditation. Okay? I don't have the music because I'm not that wonderfully gifted. I'm afraid if I do it, it'd just take me too long to figure it out. I'm not going to do it. So we'll just do it in silence with just my voice. And so what we're going to do to clear first is we're going to take a couple of cleansing breaths. So take a deep breath in and exhale. That felt good, didn't it? So take another deep breath in and exhale. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Breathe in. And as you bring that divine life force energy into your lungs, Feel it then radiate out into your physical body. Feel it radiate out, and now your fingers are tingling and your toes are tingling because you're feeling that energy all the way to your fingertips and all the way to your toes. And now I want you to just let your breathing flow. I said earlier that our bodies are beautiful, organic machines, and they are. Our heart beats at a rhythm. Our breath flows in and out. We don't have to do anything to make it happen. It just does. Our heart beats, pumps the blood throughout our body, and our breath flows in and out at its own rhythm. So just allow it and just get in sync with it. Don't try to force it. Don't try to make it go in and out at the rhythm you think it should be. Just allow it to flow in and flow out. Flow in and flow out. If you want, you can close your outer eyes or keep them open. Some people find they are able to get into that meditative state, allowing their breath to just flow in and out. Some people need to have a visual to focus on, either in their third eye by opening up their third eye and closing their outer eyes, or by focusing on a beautiful visual like a crystal or a feather or a statue or a figurine or a painting. This is my soul portrait up here behind me. It's got some lovely visuals you can focus on. So breathe in and breathe out and just allow your breath to find its own natural rhythm in and out. That's life force energy flowing in and out. And as it comes in, you feel the cool hair at the back of your throat. As it goes out, you feel the air be warmer. And as you bring a breath in, you find yourself relaxing. And as you exhale, you let go of stress. So we relax, we let go of stress, and we allow our breath to flow in and flow out. Flow in and out. And as we bring a breath in, we allow that breath to fill our lungs and then to radiate throughout our physical body, flowing down our spine to our root chakra. Right there at our root chakra, where we are sitting, we envision the color red, a beautiful ball of energy. Right there in our root chakra that is red, bright, and vibrant. And then we see that red energy flow down our legs and out the soles of our feet, shooting down into Mother Earth like energetic roots, flowing down into the cool soil underneath the building, flowing down and intertwining with the roots that are in the earth from the trees and the grass, and the roots that other people are putting down into Mother Earth. We feel that connection, one to each other from our root chakra. Those red roots as they flow down. Mother Earth embraces our roots with that divine feminine energy. And right there in our root chakra, we see that beautiful ball of red energy. And we allow that red energy to expand out into our aura, filling it with the color red. This root chakra where we are focused, the element earth. We are focused on our connection to the earth. We are focused on the fact that we are safe and we are secure. And we are connected to our roots, connected to our ancestors, connected to those who have gone before. And we see this beautiful red energy just sitting there in our root chakra, swirling. As it swirls, it brings into balance our energy. We are safe. We are secure in this space, in this time. And now we put our arms out wide and we gather in that red energy from our aura. We bring it into our pelvic region, our root chakra. And it's about the size of a softball now. We sit that red energy right there. And we allow it to be. Then we bring our attention back to our breath. We realize it's just been flowing in and out. A beautiful rhythm, in and out. And now as we take another breath in, we feel that air expand our lungs, and that air expands out into our physical body. And we allow it to flow down our spine, right below our navel. And we see the color orange. And that energy expands from our sacral chakra, color orange. And that orange energy swirls. And then it expands out into our physical body, filling it with the color orange. Filling our aura with the color orange. So as we breathe in and we breathe out, that color orange fills our aura, fills our energy. It is our creativity, our vitality, this orange energy that is our sacral chakra energy, is our self-assurance. It is our action energy, that get her done energy that we call upon. We have a spark of inspiration, and then that sacral chakra energy creates, and we become a creator with that sacral chakra energy, that beautiful orange energy swirling throughout our aura, filling us with that beautiful, vibrant, energetic orange energy. And we take our arms and we gather in that beautiful orange energy. And again, we shape it into about the shape of a softball. And we place it right there below our navel in our sacral chakra. That beautiful ball of orange energy just above the ball of red energy. And now we bring our attention back to our breath. And we realize it's just been flowing in and out, even though our attention was not necessarily on it. And as we acknowledge our breath and give gratitude for this beautiful breath of life, we take a breath in, we feel the coolness at the back of our throat, and as the air expands in our lungs and fills our physical body, flows down our spine to just above our navel, at our solar plexus, where it turns a beautiful, bright yellow of the sun, of a sunflower, of the center of a daisy. Beautiful yellow energy. It is our willpower. It is our I am center. It is our energy drive. That beautiful yellow energy. And we allow it to expand now out from our solar plexus throughout our entire body to our fingertips. And we allow it to expand out into our aura, that beautiful yellow energy. And this beautiful yellow energy balances our solar plexus chakra. So we gather in that beautiful yellow energy and we bring it in to the size of the softball and sit it right there above our navel. That beautiful ball of yellow energy above the red and the orange. And now there is the yellow of our solar plexus. And now we bring our attention back to our breath. We are filled with gratitude that our breath has been flowing in and out without direction, in and out at the perfect rhythm for us. And as we bring another breath in, that life force, we feel our lungs expand, and that energy flows right to the center of our chest, to our heart center. Right there in the center of our chest, energy, green ball of energy, expands out into our body and into our aura. And as I told you, mine is green with swirls of pink. Beautiful green healing energy with swirls of pink love and compassion, swirling all through our physical body and now our energy body as we expand it out. Love and compassion that we feel for everyone we encounter. When we feel love and compassion for all those we encounter, there can be no judgment, no prejudice, and our world can be happy and healthy, peace-filled, and loving. And so we gather in that beautiful green energy and put it in the shape of a softball, the size of a softball. We place it right there in our heart center. That green, beautiful energy with the swirls of pink. Now we have red, orange, yellow, and green. And as we breathe in, our attention comes back to our breath. And again, the gratitude that it has flowed in and out without direction. We breathe in and feel that air expand in our lungs, that beautiful life force energy. And we allow it to fill into our throat, where it is a beautiful blue color, sky blue, Caribbean sea blue, turquoise blue, whatever color blue you prefer. And we allow it to expand out into our physical body and our energy body, this beautiful blue energy. It is our voice. It is where we stand strong and speak our truth. We speak our truth. Whether we get up in front of someone and speak our truth or we write it down on a piece of paper, We express ourselves, we communicate, and we keep our throat chakra open and balanced by speaking our truth and communicating. And so now we're going to gather in that beautiful blue ball of energy and bring it right there into our throat chakra. Beautiful blue, where it radiates. Now we have red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. And then we bring our attention back to our breath. And as we breathe in, we bring that cool air into our throat and up to our third eye, right there behind our eyes in our forehead. We bring that energy in, and it's purple, beautiful purple, that beautiful purple energy. How beautiful is that? That beautiful purple energy. It's our third eye, our intuition, our visualization. It's what we're using right now to visualize this beautiful chakra meditation. So we bring in that third eye energy, our intuition, that voice, that knowing that we know. We don't know how we know, but yet we know. We know that we know that we know. And we bring that energy in, that beautiful purple amethyst, lavender energy. We bring it in about the size of a softball. Put it right there in our third eye. Now we have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And as we breathe in, we bring in life force energy, prana, chi. We bring in that beautiful life force energy. We breathe it in and we expand it up to the tip top of our head to our crown chakra, where we open up our crown chakra and allow that beautiful white light from the heavens to come down and fill our crown chakra with that beautiful white light energy. And then that white light energy, that is our connection to God. It is where we acknowledge and affirm that I am a unique and individual expression of the divine. I am a child of God. And we bring that white energy in, a softball or a halo right there above the top of our head, a white halo that is our crown chakra. And now as we breathe in, we have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and white, all perfectly balanced in harmony. It is our energy body within our physical body and without. It is within our physical body and it expands out of our physical body because our energy body is bigger than we are, no matter how tall we are or how short we are. Our energy body expands out as far as we can reach and then a little bit further. And from our heart chakra, we have the ability to expand out to the world. It is how we express ourselves to the world from our heart chakra. As we breathe in and we allow our energy body to be clear and balanced, we breathe in and we allow that divine life force energy to flow free and unrestricted throughout our physical body and throughout our energy body. And we affirm that we are happy and healthy. And it is when we affirm and know that we are a child of God, that we have that divine energy within us residing right there in our heart center, both male and female at the same time, both divine feminine and divine masculine together in harmony and balance, just like a yin-yang symbol. And we look at others in love. And we can look at someone else and we see that they are that same divine energy, that we can bring our hands together and we say, Namaste. I see you. I honor you. The divine in me honors the divine in you. That's when we come together in community. We come together in humanity. And we come together as the collective. We love one another without judgment, without prejudice. No matter our skin color, no matter our belief system, it's when we can come together and see each other as the same, that we are truly balanced and in harmony, and the energy is flowing, that divine life force energy. So I thank you so much for joining me tonight for the Zodiac and our chakras. I hope you learned a little something, and I hope that more than teaching you something in this moment, I hope that I inspired you to want to know more. I inspired you to want to learn more, to maybe Google and learn a little bit more, to delve into it a little deeper, to put those tools in your tool pouch so that you can reach for it and know what tool you're pulling for what purpose, and use those tools to allow yourself to heal, to allow yourself to heal yourself, because we all have that innate ability given to us by God to heal ourselves. We just have to know it to be true and use those tools. Allow that divine life force energy to flow through us and be love. And so thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you'll join us for the next class. And the next class is chakras and your physical body. I believe it's on August 11th, but you can check here on the Facebook page or the Eventbrite page or firstunity.org on the calendar of events, and you can find it. And I offer these classes free of charge. And if you would love to give a donation, a love donation, I accept them with love and gratitude for our ministry. And you can go to the event page here on Facebook or on Eventbrite or on firstunity.org. And the ticket link is open until 11 p.m. tonight. And you can purchase a donation ticket in any amount, $100, $10, $1, whatever amount you want. You can purchase a donation ticket. It is a love donation, whatever you'd like to give, $1, $3, $5, $10, $100, whatever you like to give. And I accept with gratitude your presence. And thank you so much for joining. And I will see you next time for Chakras for Beginners. The next class is Chakras and the Physical Body. And we'll talk about the physical organs that are associated with different chakras, and maybe some ailments or diseases that are commonly associated with different chakras, and how we can do the work to heal yourself. And if you would like some reading material, grab Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life and read that, because it's a beautiful, wonderful work. And if you want to leave me your email by instant message or private message or direct message, whatever they call it, DM me or PM me, or send me an email with your email address, I'll get you on the mailing list. And then you will be sure to get notices of the classes and any materials that I have for each class you can get. And if you want, you can email me and say, hey, I missed out on your crystals class. So if you'd send me that material, I'd love it. I'm happy to. So just send me an email at reverendkim@firstunity.org, or you can always message me right here on Facebook. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you. And don't forget, join us on Saturday night, this Saturday night. That's June the 20th, the summer solstice at 6 p.m. right here. We'll be on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, simulcasting, live stream the summer solstice celebration. We're going to have wonderful music and dance and message, and it's just going to be an amazing celebration, and you don't want to miss it because it is an event-filled day. It's the summer solstice. It's the longest day of the year. It's also a new moon, and it's also an eclipse that day. So the energy is going to be out the roof. So I can't wait, and I hope you'll join me for the summer solstice at 6 o'clock on Saturday the 20th. That's this Saturday night at 6 o'clock. So join me. Thank you so much.